And welcome back to another video of the Personal Foul. Last video we went over our top 10 quarterbacks, his top 5. Today we're going to go over the top running backs in the league. I have 10. I think he has 5 or 6.
5 or 6.
So,
quit looking at my list, man. You got your own list.
So number 1, we're both Browns fans. So we're both going to have Nick Chubb at 1. And
not because we're Browns fans, because Nick Chubb deserves to be number 1.
Yeah, he does. Nick Chubb is, I think he's got another couple of years of being on top. At 2, I have Derrick Henry.
And I have C-Mac. I'm just not a Derrick Henry fan, and I think he's declining.
He is.
He's
declining, but at the same time, he's still a powerhouse.
He is a powerhouse. Well, he's on my list, but just not that high anymore. I have Christian McCaffrey because the last 2 years, I think he's averaged 4.5 yards per touch, and last year it was 4.7 just last year. And look what he did when he went to San Francisco.
Oh, he
out of the gate.
Completely different running back.
Yeah.
The only problem that I have with Christian McCaffrey is, he is still injury prone.
Right. I get it.
I do think him going to the 49ers is going to help that. They have a much better offensive line than the Panthers.
And all the other weapons, it takes pressure off of him.
Yeah, exactly. He's not being force-fed the ball.
Right.
As an injury-prone running back. But that's the only reason I don't have him at 2 or 3. Speaking of the 3, I have Josh Jacobs.
As do I.
I think Josh Jacobs really proved himself last year. It is a real shame that he cannot get a contract.
Well, we won't touch on contracts for running backs this video, but we may do a video about that. That's not a bad idea.
I mean, it's crazy. You're going to have an elite running back like that, and you're not going to pay him. And
1,600 yards last year.
Yep. I mean, absolutely killed it. And, he's still young. That's the thing. He's still young. He's still got years ahead of him.
And he had Devontae Adams on that team who took how many? He got 1,500 yards.
Yeah.
Just those two. So he had that kind of production with that kind of a receiver.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, at 4, I do have CMC.
And I got Derrick Henry.
Yeah. So I think that's, I'm okay with that.
We went over that.
Yeah. At 5, I have Austin Eckler. And my 5 and 6, I can definitely switch back and forth. I have Austin Eckler just because he is, he is still a powerhouse. He, you give him the ball, he's going to do something with it.
Yeah.
There's not really much more to say. It's Austin Eckler. He does what he needs to do. He's not going to try as hard, or not. I think that's the bad way for me to say it. He's not going to do more than he needs to do.
But what he needs to do, he does.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And that's usually a lot.
Right. I put Barkley there because I like Barkley.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm worried about his contract this year. Will he play?
Yeah.
So, as a little backup, I had Tony Pollard next.
Okay. I had Saquon at my 6.
Okay.
And I like Saquon at the 6. I think him and Eckler are interchangeable.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of play the same way. I think Saquon is better overall than Eckler, but Eckler has proved himself a little bit more, especially in the fantasy realm.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I loved him on my team last year.
I know you did. Trust me, I like Saquon on my team last year. But yeah.
So,
and then Tony Pollard, he has. I actually don't have Tony Pollard on my list.
You forgot about him, didn't you?
No. I think, kind of. There's where I would put him. I'll talk about that in a second. At my 7, I have Jonathan Taylor. If he can come back to what he did his rookie year.
See, and that's why I didn't put him on the list. I heard so much about him, and I just.
I mean, his rookie year, he came out and just exploded. I think he does have a better chance this year. They did upgrade a lot of positions in the Colts. They got Anthony Richardson. They still have Zach Martin on guard. I think if they can figure out a way to utilize him and not have to worry about him getting hurt, not, I don't even know. If they can just figure out how to use him better, I think he's a solid top 5 back, especially in fantasy.
Okay.
I think for this list, not fantasy wise, he is. I think that's a good spot for him.
Okay.
At 8, I have Dalvin Cook. Again, contract issues.
Everybody meet Loki. He will be a guest every once in a while.
Probably every show.
All right, lay down.
But yeah, like Dalvin Cook, just him not having a job currently is probably an issue. Obviously, the Dolphins have offered him, but I don't think it's what he wants. So he's still weighing his options. But I know the Jets are interested, especially because Breece Hall has still not come back fully from his injury.
And if he doesn't come back by the beginning of the season, he's missing the first 4 games.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a problem.
And I love Breece Hall. I had him on my team last year. I actually still have him on my keeper league. If he doesn't come back and play, he's not going to be a keeper.
Right.
But, I have until the day of the draft to figure that out. I guess that was 7. Dalvin Cook was 7. I have Najee at 8. And I think Najee and Tony Pollard are right there with each other.
I like Najee.
So do I.
I don't like the Steelers at all, but I like Najee.
Yeah. Loki, it's not time to play. Place. Loki. Good boy, yes. He's like, God damn it. No, yeah, I like Najee.
You're going to have fun editing this one.
Probably going to leave some of it in. I think Najee is he's a good back. As you said last time we tried recording this, he needs to go north and south, not east and west.
He moves his feet a lot.
Yeah.
You just
Oh yeah. Yeah.
he runs 20 yards to go 2.
The only thing that I can see happening with Najee is they're having Kenny Pickett go in now.
Yeah.
And he hasn't really proved himself. He's coming off of a Big Ben Steelers, and obviously Big Ben was a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Right.
He's a great quarterback. Can Kenny Pickett live up to the hype, or is it going to be a 2-3 year quarterback and they're going to go draft somebody else?
Yeah, I don't know that he's going to live up to that hype.
I don't think he's going to live up to the Big Ben hype.
I think he's going to be serviceable.
Yeah. I think they got a couple of years of him, and Mike Tomlin being the coach that he is and being the great coach that he is, he's going to make that decision real quick.
Yeah.
But they also do have some good backups. They still got Mitch Trubisky, somebody else I can't remember the name, but I mean they have good, decent backups.
Right.
So even if he isn't serviceable, they can put somebody out there that is.
You're getting sidetracked.
I am. 9, I have Bijan. Hasn't played a game in the NFL yet, but I think he's going to be an elite. Running back.
I just don't know. I think
he's going to be elite because he's going to get force fed that ball.
Yeah, but I think he's going to be good. I don't think he's going to be. I think next year when we do this, he's not going to be in your top 5.
Probably not.
Yeah.
No.
So
10, I have Aaron Jones. Again, just one of those running backs that have proved himself.
Mm-hmm.
Only problem with him, now he's got Jordan Love. How's Jordan Love going to do?
Right.
But even with Aaron Rodgers, Aaron Jones was getting the ball, and Aaron Rodgers is definitely a pass-heavy quarterback.
Yeah, especially nowadays.
Yeah. But I guess we'll see when with Jordan Love. Honorable mentions, I have Isaiah Pacheco, Kareem Hunt, who still doesn't have a job, Cam Akers, because Sean McVay has come out and said he's going to be a lot more part of the offense. And DeAndre Swift. DeAndre Swift going to the Eagles could be dangerous.
That's
especially because he was good in Detroit. He is a little injury prone. He is, but he tries to play through those injuries.
Yeah.
But the Eagles have a much better offensive line.
Yes.
Much better offense than the Lions do. So
and him being in the backfield with Hurts, who's getting the ball?
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. And I think he's gonna excel in Philly. But yeah, I think that's going to be our top 10 running back list. Next episode, we're going to go over our top 10, top 5, 10 wide receivers. Yeah, thank you for watching. If you enjoy, please like and subscribe. We'll see you next time.